trout cycle. The waters of the Seira River are home to an animal species originally from Eurasia, the continental area occupied by Europe and Asia. This species is the trout, specifically the river trout, which is the variety that lives here in this watercourse. In Portugal, this fish, which belongs to the salmon family, lives mainly in the rivers of the north and centre. The trout family is huge and very diverse. Unlike other species that live in the sea and migrate to the rivers to reproduce, the river trout, which we can find here in the waters of the Seira River, lives its entire life in fresh water. River trout can live between 5 and 20 years. Adults reach between 20 and 70 centimetres in length and can weigh between 5 and 15 kilos. The diet of this carnivorous species includes invertebrates such as aquatic insect larvae and small fish. The natural reproductive cycle begins with a fertilized egg, which is between 2 and 5 millimeters in diameter. After 3 months, the young trout hatch and live at the bottom of the river. After this period, they emerge and live closer to rocks, sheltered from the strong currents, growing until they reach a juvenile age. At this stage, young trout are very territorial and solitary. In adulthood, the trout retains its territorial instinct and becomes very voracious. They live in running, well-oxygenated, clear and cool waters, seeking hiding places and safety from predators in the deepest parts of the river. In winter, the spawning season arrives and the trout migrate upstream. Trout are rarely alone in the spawning grounds and competition is intense. As soon as the females find the ideal spot, they try to dig a hole in the gravel of the riverbed, making undulating movements with their bodies. In a single spawning, a female can release more than 10,000 eggs, which the male then fertilizes. Monteira Park produces trout in large nursery tanks to ensure the ongoing presence of the species and its sustainability, seeking to reintroduce it to its natural environment. Due to the warmer temperature of the waters in the park's hatchery, which average around 10 degrees centigrade, the juvenile trout emerge after 2 months. It's thanks to this stable temperature and the abundance of food provided that the young trout reach maturity after 3 or 4 months. In less than 2 years, a hatchery trout will be around 20 centimetres long. Artificial fertilization takes place in Monteira Park during February, where the eggs and semen are removed through abdominal compression. Artificial fertilization makes it easier to plan restocking activities and is an important activity as trout are a species at risk of extinction in the near future, largely due to pollution and climate change. In some regions, restocking can be done right from the fry stage when the trout are very young. In Goiás, the trout remain in the ponds until they reach the minimum size set by law for sport fishing. At this point, they are released into the concession areas of the municipality. While great lengths are taken to protect this species here, the risks of environmental pollution and climate change could prove disastrous for the river trout population. This species, which is specific to this region, needs special conditions to survive, and Monteira Park has gone some way to providing this.